want to hear that shit. You know why I want to hear that shit? Because when I need brother, these niggas ain't paying my child support, or I gotta be a man, bro. I don't see that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you know why I got no friends? Because ain't no friend like me.
Facts.
Cause I can't turn to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You niggas talk this brother shit. Don't talk that shit to me, bro. You know why? Because that shit don't exist in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have motherfuckers that come to me that help me. Sometimes they don't look like me. So I don't judge a nigga by where he come from geographically. You know why? Because I'm like water, nigga. I'm like water. I adapt to my environment, and I'm smooth like water, bro. So, and I'm on a celestial level where it's spiritual with me, homie. And I go off energy. I go off your energy around me, homie. If your energy is foul, and I could pick energy up through the fucking frequency of this shit. I know I couldn't fuck with you.
That's real talk, though. That's real talk.
I couldn't fuck with you, homie. And you know why? Because you don't even know me, and you was already saying shit like, you must be misinformed. I'm like, nigga, you crazy. You don't even know who you dealing with mentally. For a nigga to survive 5 years solitary without hanging up and coming out with my same mind, you know what that shit is, being 23 hours.
Shout out to my Roach.
So I don't see human beings the same way you do based on my experience. I don't see like my brothers that look like me holding me down like that. And I love my people, and I would never go against my culture and people, but I'm not gonna have a prejudiced demeanor in a president. Why? What does that prejudice shit do for me? How's it going to benefit me, my people, and the people that's around me by preaching prejudice? I understand the separatism and all that. That's cool and everything. And in some degree, I agree with that. But I agree with evenly yoked being together in the people that's not yoked being separated. I believe in that separatism. Ignorance, I separate from ignorance, but I'm not going to separate. I'm not going to separate because the nigga right there, the nigga, heck, he's Spanish, but he look black. He look like me. I'm going to separate from that nigga? For what? Why would I separate from him?
Hold on.
This shit don't even make sense.
Let me jump in. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get off. I hear everything my brother's saying, but I'm going to keep it 100 with him. Latinos don't practice none of that shit he was just saying. And we got the evidence to see it. They don't. You may have some Latino brothers and sisters sprinkled in that roll with us. And like I said, I'm from the East Coast too. I know how they got amalgamated into our culture when we start saying that they were black. We start telling them that they were black because a lot of them still didn't believe that they were black. Heck know what I'm talking about. You can't say
I just want to add to that a little bit.
Yeah.
You keep saying when hip hop told us we were black. No.
No. Again, no, I didn't say that. You didn't hear. No.
I just it's more of a question. That's what you said, that hip hop let us know we were black.
No. If you go back to the spiritual teachings.
Okay, go ahead.
Right from the Hebrew Israelites to the brothers and the guys and herbs, we started saying that y'all was black and putting our arms around y'all and embracing y'all in. So it started from there because a lot of y'all, when y'all came over, when y'all moms and stuff got with a black man, they got this song. They wasn't. This is facts. So what I'm saying is they never really practiced that. Like when the religious, because we always open up our arms and we said, listen, we always attribute things to slavery and children of the plantation. So if you was in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, you was our people. You was connected and go by phenotype. So we accepted, but a lot of y'all wasn't rocking with that until they got with the teachings. That's 100% facts.
I'm not down that.
That's part of this situation is our fault. Now, when we get to the teaching, we already understood as black people what we were going to go through in the captivity that we're under. So the way we behave is already expected. We're supposed to be a light in a dark room to wake our people up out of the darkness. That's what we're supposed to. So if my brother sleep and I got to go outside of my brother to get something else from other people, it's expected because our mind's been going. That's why the 5% was to bring the knowledge back to the people. So I'm confused with the message because the conditions that we're in was the conditions that was prophesied, and we are the ones that's supposed to wake our people up to bring them up out of it. So as black people, the reason why we embraced everybody because we were gods. We was the gods, right? But everybody, other groups don't practice that. That's why everybody historically can move into our communities. They didn't have to worry about getting their heads knocked off. But we couldn't walk through other people's communities. We were the standards and the burden bearers for the country. So no, my brother is my brother. So okay, if a white man gonna help me because he got better resources, I understand the conditions of my people. But because I understand the teachings, that's why at the end of all my videos and my lectures, I say I love my people more than they hate themselves, and I pray to the universal creator most high that these words was enough to inspire you. I say that because I understand my people. I know for a fact that these other groups were brought in because of our spiritual systems, and when they got in now, what they doing now is shitting on us. The problem is we still love. They don't, a lot of these groups, and I'm not saying you have, because you may be different, but a lot of these groups don't love us the way we love everybody else. So we got to gatekeep. We got to put our arms around our brothers. And my brother at the top, my brother at the top with the Yankee hat, you know the teachings. You know why we're in these conditions. So I'm kind of surprised you saying you part of the nation, but then you making those statements because our captivity in our minds is the reason why we was ordained to teach. So now, man, I'm getting off of this, man, because this shit sound crazy to me, man. Peace, King.
Hey, shout out George.
Salute.
All right, George.
King.
Salute, George.
I ain't
we got
I ain't got a chance to speak yet. I
go
just want to put my
ahead, speak, bro.
CJ Rich, salute, CJ.
Hood Rich.
I wanted to address the brother up top with the Yankee cap stack, but I guess he hopped off too.
Hold on. Let me back. I don't know what's. Not paying. He coming in. Let me have Stack Stone back. See what we get.
All right. Yeah. Shout out George Macon. Shout out Big E. I was on the panel with him last night, and we was cooking. So let me just say this real quick. Y'all kind of glossed over Big E's point that we got rappers using Italian names, Scarface, Gotti, all that. Yet we don't use the slurs that they use against each other. I felt that was a great point he brought up, a pertinent point. That was just, y'all kind of slid over that. And I wanted to address Stack on that because he's saying, oh, I ain't prejudiced. Why be prejudiced? And I'm gonna say this. I don't hate nobody. I got nothing but love for in my heart for humanity, but obviously I love my people first and foremost. The reason to be prejudiced is because we the only people trying to survive in this game playing by a different rule book. Everyone else prejudiced, everyone else won't hesitate, you know what I mean, to roll out the red carpet for theirs, and we the only ones trying to be all inclusive. Again, it's not about hate, it's about self-preservation. That's the first rule of the game, first rule of life, self-preservation. So when you're looking out for your own best interest, sometimes you got to do that. Again, everyone else is playing by that rule book except for us, and we wonder why we stay in last place. I just don't make any sense.
And I hear what you said.
Can I just have a little?
One second. You got next, and then my boy SV Twins, the Hood Blog, is after you. But I'm gonna say this, bro. The reason why we're so different, and the reason why you think we're at the bottom, is because the once when you was at the top, you go to the bottom. It always reverse. We coming back up now, bro. By us having a good heart and building and adding on people and teaching and showing them love, that's gonna bring the black man back up to the godly form that we are. So all that hate shit, I'm not hating nobody, bro. The show I did today, I was asking questions. Yeah, how come you could call me a nigga, and I'll call you a spick or a beaner? It's a problem. That's what I want to know. The people I know I represent, I love, bro. They show me love from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So I can't be prejudiced.
Let me finish my opening statement real quick before y'all get off. And I ain't, Big E know I'm brief. I get trying to get straight to my point. So goddamn, I lost my train of thought real quick. Hold up. Only thing I'm saying is that I understand having a good heart, and that is in our people. So I definitely agree with you there. I don't know too much about the 5% nation and them teachings. I'm from Cali, just like Big E. I'm from Northern Cali, though. I ain't from LA. So that's why I want to put that perspective on it. I have been to NY. Shit, I was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, you know, having a great time. It was some bad chicks up there. It was all fun and games. But again, like Big E said, and like I said last night, the world don't revolve around NY or the tri-state area, so y'all got to have room to hold different perspectives. And I'm gonna say this: I used to in Cali, it is common. I don't know about LA. I must speak for Northern Cali. I'm from the Bay Area, East Oakland. It is common to give other folks that pass, you know, early on in the game, because we do grow up in the same neighborhoods. But once I got that knowledge of self, as y'all call it, I had to shut that shit down. Even some of my boys, some of my boys that I grew up with, I said, hey, I know we used to do this in high school, but I you know, I have more pride in myself right now, so I ain't giving out no more passes. You're gonna have to check that shit when you around me. But whatever you do in your own time is what you do in your own time, but you ain't gonna disrespect me by saying that. I know they say that NY and Puerto Ricans is different, but like I said, I've been out there. It ain't all that different, because my opinion, and I'm gonna land on this, they want to be black when it's convenient. Okay, when it's cool, when you at the party, nigga, when you want to go around your family, your grandparents, you ain't talking like that. You know what I mean? You speaking the Espanol. So that's all I gotta say on it. And again, it's no hate and no disrespect towards anyone. It's just trying to stand on business.
No, Lad Pay, hold on, I got you, Lad Pay. Lad Pay, what's good, my boy? How you?
What's good, son? Yo, this first and foremost is a very disappointing topic. You know what I'm saying? First of all, and we got people from out. You can't understand the Bronx, New York, till you live there. Why is it so far fetched that the place just different? Why is that so far-fetched that a bunch of teenagers, kids, no matter what they was, you know what I'm saying, grouped together in the streets and make something happen? Why is this so far-fetched to people? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm Boricua from the Bronx. You heard? I ain't never had a problem with anybody being black. As a matter of fact, a lot of us Boricuas from the Bronx tap into our roots, know that we were slaves before the Atlantic slave trade. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's one. That's facts. You heard? Y'all,
I said that the other day, right, King?
Number two, this FBA movement thing, y'all wasn't kicking that till 2018. You let a narcissistic pretty boy gas y'all up. Your mother never called herself that. You know what I'm saying? And then three, I was a little disappointed in you, King of New Jersey. I was a little disappointed because you stretched a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You said Fat Joe said nigga with the hard ER, and you know he didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? And you know he was. Hold on. Let me land.
He's gonna come in here with that goofy talk, dog.
Hey, yo, son, you look like a goofy, my nigga. Fix your throat. You heard? Hold on. And you wouldn't talk to me like that in my face. I smack your mother. But yo, hold on. You said he said it with the heart. You know he didn't say that. And two, he wasn't talking about black people. He was talking about what he believed it was the group of foundational black Americans started by Tariq Nasheed, who disrespect Jamaica. None of y'all was kicking that. None of y'all was kicking that till 2018.
Listen, bro. Listen.
Yo, hold up. He's saying Joe basically. Joe violated, bro. He violated. I don't know how you trying to back that nigga. He violated.
Son ain't violate. You not from New York. We talk like that, my nigga. All day, every day, my nigga. We talk like that. You're not gonna come around the PX nowhere and tell a Puerto Rock he can't talk like that. Nobody's gonna do that.
You wilding with that one.
He didn't know what he was talking about when he said that.
We talk now. You know what? Play it again, son, and pay attention with your heart and your mind, not with your clout chasing.
Hey, but bro, is there order? Is there order? Because I was up here waiting, and then the Puerto Rican.
Oh, my bad.
The Boricua.
Black folks is delineating.
No, Boricua, Puerto Rican, whatever. Boricua, Puerto Rican, whatever, or probably a New Yorker.
That's a whole fact.
Okay, all right. So now check this out. 51, born and raised in New York City. My uncle and my aunt was in the nation of God's and earth before there was Puerto Ricans in it. We have to be 100% honest about the relationship between Puerto Ricans and blacks in New York City. All right. So nobody's gonna pull the wool over my eyes because I'm a black American. They call them FBA now, whatever you call it. But I lived in Puerto Rico. I lived in Louisa.
Exactly.
Somebody know me up here? So I know what it is. Fat Joe was heard calling us Moyos. So Moyo, Moreno,
hell yeah. And niggas from the Bronx used to call it that shit. Spanish niggas, Latin kings. When I was blood, nigga, y'all niggas was racist from the Bronx. That's a fact.
But you was blood. Blood was killing blood more than anybody.
Y'all was blood. Y'all niggas was racist, bro.
Most bloods kill bloods.
Let me finish though. I'm not in no game. Nothing, you know
why do you think we started? Because y'all niggas was racist. The Latin kings was racist.
That's cap.
Yo, but hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
That's cap.
Let me finish. Yo, but let me finish.
Yo, nigga, that's why I became blood. I came blood at 16 up, homie. I became blood at 16 up.
You became blood because it was the cool thing to do, son.
Do you know how many Latin kings was on my ass, bro?
I was speaking.
Hold on. One at a time.
Let my man finish. Let my man finish.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Because I started and I came up here with bread. So I supported the channel. Them 11 euros is because I'm getting money in Europe. Now, my perspective is unique because I'm from New York. I lived in Puerto Rico. I speak Spanish. I'm not related to no gang, nothing. But my peoples grew up in the nation of gods and earths. So I'm speaking to my aunt, my uncle, and I'm saying, why do they got a bunch of Japanese at a law school and y'all giving away the knowledge? Why do they got a Puerto Rican, aka what we used to call Germans or Puerto Rocks, teaching the knowledge in the law school right now? We don't gatekeep, we don't hold anything to ourselves. We give all of our knowledge away, and then people come and they position themselves as what they want to in our communities. So the blood conversation, all this, what it is blacks and Puerto Ricans always had issues in New York City. Always. We used to call them Yobis. Yo, because that's how they used to speak. And then I don't know where it was, but some of us gave them a pass to say nigga. The N-word, so to speak. And I'm 51. Hold on. I know this is not this. See, this is why you was a blood, because you don't have no goddamn no knowledge yourself for real. Because you can't control yourself. You can't control yourself. You can't control yourself.
We gotta cut the disrespect out and all that.
Right.
But I'm saying the disrespect comes from him because he stays cutting people off. He has no control of self.
I ain't take shots at you though, but I'm good.
Nah, but you still cutting me off, and that's a shot in itself. If you're from New York City, you already know. Don't cut my wisdom. That's a shot.
Hey, yo, that's it, bro. Leave it there.
Nah, all right. So let me continue. Right. So now, all of this, we are the world. I don't see race and all that. That's nonsense. If you go to second rule and the second lesson in 1 to 10, who is the colored man? The colored man is the Caucasian white man, Yakub's grafted devil of the planet Earth. If you're saying that that's not racist, I don't know what it is. So if you're going to jack the NGE, you got to keep it 100 and understand that it was based on black superiority. That's what we are the gods. Facts.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
All right, now check it. Let's check this. When I said that I appreciate other people, other cultures, other nations, it's because the other cultures and other nations fed me when I couldn't feed myself at one time. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I believe I don't trust the white man at all. Period. Point blank.
Right.
But I have read across
Puerto Ricans are white. Puerto Ricans are white. You had a Puerto Rican up here, he was white.
Yo, this dude talking.
That's the whole fact.
Hey, can I ask something real quick?
Because we don't see color. Because we don't see
just
color.
Cut him off when he was talking, right? You just cut him off when he was talking.
Yeah.
Son, he was actually, because I wasn't addressing him, I was addressing the brother with the Yankee hat. And that's my brother. And that's my brother. No, I'm not a hypocrite. You're a 50-something-year-old blood. You're a loser. How about that?
I'm not a blood, bro.
Hey, but let me ask a question.
You can't play both sides of the fence, though. Either you got knowledge yourself or you don't. Don't be a gangster and a guy. Don't be a gangster and a guy.
Hey, can I ask the panel a question? I want to ask the panel a question. Mandy Heck. Let me ask Mandy Heck. I hate old boy is off the panel, but why is it a problem that he talking about he addressing people who decide to call themselves FBA? If you are not black, why is it such a concern for him to worry about how we address ourselves. So what if people want to call themselves FBA? What do that have to do with being disrespect? You still disrespecting black people. You don't get to tell us or regulate how if we want to refer to ourselves as FBA, who are you to say, well, no, y'all can't do that. I ain't referring to y'all. It ain't up to y'all to worry about that. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what the problem is. You trying to tell us how we are referring to ourselves. If we want to call ourselves FBA, what business is it of yours? Why are you worrying about that if you are not FBA? Why does it bother you so much that a group of people that you don't even belong to decide to say FBA? Why is that such a problem? And why do you feel like you could disrespect said group of people? Because they said we FBA now. Why does that warrant disrespect?
You address me with that?
No, he's talking about the other guy.
That's why I said I hate that the other dude got off, but I'm saying he's like, no, y'all following this and y'all following that.
Biggie, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna say this, Joe. I ain't letting nobody come on this platform and disrespect nobody, period. That's why I'm kicking niggas off, because I don't appreciate that shit. You can be a dark Puerto Rican, you can be a light Puerto Rican, you can be a dark nigga, you can be a white boy. You can come on my platform disrespecting nobody, because we all show respect and love and we just bringing up a topic. Now, as I'm talking, I'm gonna let my boy SB Twiz have his piece, have his moment, man.
Twiz. Yeah, Twiz, right.
Twiz, shout out.
Quick shout out to the blogger. What up, baby?
Much love and respect. Shout out to
Hood Blogger. Salute as always. Salute to you, Hood Blogger, as always.
Y'all know how we carry it. Much love. Definitely, man. I appreciate everybody that's on here. Like Jersey said, it don't matter, what you come from. It should always be respect. Because when we get up here and start going back and forth, it contradicts a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Where some people might say, oh, the people dividing us or whatever the situation is, we should be able to have a respectful convo as men. But, most importantly, what I wanted to say was, at the end of the day, it's like this. Wherever you from, it's different. Like out New York, the Bronx and all that, they grew up differently. I'm from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I grew up a lot differently. I mean, we got Jersey in the building. So wherever you from, you could be looking at things from a personal experience, but it's a difference between personal experience and systematical experiences. And what I think a lot of people don't understand is when we say like the black community is very accepting of everybody. Like I can chop it up with anybody, bro. We got, you get love, we call them poppy stores out Philly, like other places call them bodegas. It's always love. It's love with, you know what I'm saying, with the Arab stores and all of that. But
that's
certain things,
baby.
Exactly, it's a community, but none of us don't cross no boundaries. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not gonna go in the Puerto Rican store and say certain things. I wouldn't even say, we won't even say it behind like a Puerto Rican. Exactly, and that's what I think where the disconnect is coming at right now, where a lot of people is like going to look at it like certain things shouldn't be said, bro. Like our put it like this, like in the hood we say nigga all day, but our grandmoms wasn't trying to hear that. Some of our parents wasn't trying to hear that. They hated that word. We owned that word though, and we switched it up. That come back from even when you had people like Pac that was saying like, we thug life and all that type of movement where certain stuff was owned because we was already being looked at it. We just tried to add some style to it. And when we come up here and we start speaking about history, because I heard a couple people was saying like, where the roots come from. I just feel like if you is going to do that, make sure that, because we go off of facts, proofs, and evidences, let us know, where you got that information from. What book did you read? Because anybody can, we all heard different things. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's people, you got people out here like Dane Calloway that don't even agree with the FBA movement. You dig what I'm saying? He got a whole different, outlook, and he go off of his research. You got people out here, I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, like, if we coming up here and then you from a different race and you trying to check somebody about their race and how it started and how it was, like if you feel like you're gonna take it that far, you at least, you know what I'm saying, trying to provide some proofs or evidences of what you talking about. Don't just come up here like you schooling somebody.
Yeah, homeboy is disrespectful.
Hold on, we got Jamal Wilson in the building. Jamal Wilson, peace. God speak, man.
Peace, Jamal Milton.
Salute.
Peace to God. Peace to everybody on the panel. I'm not a 7%er, but I mean a 5%er, but I did I speak to Lord Jamal regularly. I'm probably the #1 name on speed dial. And from that interview when Fat Joe was talking about the bro, you know, I just want to be clear. A lot of what y'all seeing is there's a bigger issue that's going on in play. A lot of the discussion on FBA and stuff like that. That's a fairly new discussion, the FBA and how we define ourselves. We didn't always define ourselves as FBA. That is a new term. It's another way to cause division in some ways, but it's also a term that we can gravitate towards if we wanted to. But in any case, you know, we call ourselves many different things. People of African descent are very diverse. We are the most diverse group of people on the planet. So we can own multiple terms. You can be FBA, also be Hebrew Israelite at the same time. You can be FBA and also be Pan-African. You can be FBA and whatever you want. But the reality is what other people call us and the respect factor that comes with that. The word nigga is a word that we adopted and we kept for ourselves, and we kind of let it backfire amongst white people who deemed us that, right? And we've been able to use it as a term of endearment towards one another. I'm no different from that. You know, like the brother said on here, our parents hated it. It's true. Our parents absolutely hated it, but we embraced it, right? And we know that energy when it's right. Now, this Fat Joe situation, it's bigger than what we're all looking at. We got to take a step back for a second, because this is the guy who invented yesterday's price is not today's price. He's on the other side of the spectrum now, right? And he's now in a space where that whole area where he's used to, where he thought was comfortable, is starting to crumble. Everybody that's a part of this whole Diddy situation and all of the Epstein situations, everything that's going on, you're starting to see all of them start to now address things that they normally would not address and talk about people they normally not talk about. You have to ask yourself, why would Fat Joe want to now talk about Lord Jamar and foundational Black Americans and call them out when we don't have anything to do with this guy? Like, why would we be in your mouth in the middle of a black barbershop? Like, it just does not make sense. There's a bigger thing going in play at play right now.
It was destined to happen for him to say that shit.
Yeah, he's scrambling. He's the one that has the least emotional intelligence out of all of them on that side. And you know what they say, when you're on your way up, you're gonna meet them same people on your way down that you fucked over. Okay,
facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So he's starting to. That's where he's at. So he's the first. He's the mouth. He's a loud mouth. So he's gonna quick start saying stuff. Okay, but
he's destined for that.
Yeah, he's destined for it. It is what it is. But he's not.
He was supposed to say that, bro. Yo, you in contact with Lil Jamal?
Regularly. I can call him right now.
Yo, homie, tell him Stack Stone and King of New Jersey want to link with him, because we support him, bro. And that shit was a violation, bro.
Violation.
What's your name?
Stack Stone.
Born Divine. Tell him Born Divine. He was on one of my posts on Instagram. Tell him Born Divine.
Tell the homie, right? He disrespected him, bro, and we got his back, bro.
Yeah, like, rest assured, he's about to do Art of Dialogue, so it's pretty much a wrap for Fat Joe. He thought that black people still don't have a grasp on hip hop because he's been around all of these, you know, these white Jewish fags and execs. So he thinks he could do what he want to do, and you know, it's not gonna fly no more. You know what I'm saying? So like, black people is coming back. We taking control of hip hop. We always had control of it because it's the culture that runs hip hop. It's not, you know.
Hold on, somebody said it's slow on. I do not know how to slow on the chat. I just keep it with business, Jessica. I don't know how to slow it down. I gotta learn.
Yo, but hold on, let me tell you something about Lord Jamal, homie. When he said that shit about Lord Jamal, let me tell you something about Lord Jamal, homie. Yo, Lord Jamal did the album that held me down in prison when I was in Auburn. It was just him and Sadat. That album, how could he say that? That album that Lord Jamal did, it was just him and Sadat. I was in Auburn, homie. That album was fire.
Boy,
Fire.
and like you say, Stack, the thing about it was the fact you get on there and just automatically say, oh man, and Lord Jamar, he was the weakest nigga out the group.
And Joe was the weakest nigga out of his group getting his rhymes
Like,
written.
You even
first
say
of all,
that.
he didn't even write his rhymes. That's the first thing. So how you gonna judge?
Exactly.
You had
exactly.
And his other man was writing for him.
TA.
Yeah. So
Tito.
But I'm gonna say this about
Yo, I felt disrespected by that shit because I'm a hip hop head, nigga. So, and I know Lord Jamar fire. His rhymes, his writing ability, his production. Yo, bro, I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, how could this stupid nigga let him say that shit about Lord Jamar, son? I'm like, yo, and he gonna say he was a legend? Who the fuck are you to revoke his legend status, nigga?
Yeah, but that's the
look who the fuck are you, nigga?
You ain't in nobody's top 75, bro. Go sit down.
Exactly.
But that's what
yo, that shit had me so bent out of shape, homie. I was like, yo, this and these baby niggas in hip hop, they wasn't even checking this nigga about Lord Jamar.
If you look at his track record of who he gave us from Dead Prez,
what?
Come on, bro.
Yo, look at his fucking discography. Whatever they call that shit in hip hop. Look at his track record, nigga.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, like they said, if we keep allowing this, what happens is it's an example. When they say now, back then, Eminem is the greatest rapper, top rapper. 10 years down the line, guess what's going to happen? When you go back 10 years back, everybody's going to believe that. 10 years ahead, when you look back, people are going to believe that narrative, and it takes away from the Kool Moe D's, the LL Cool J's. It takes away. It's like a little bit by little bit, you're chipping away who's the statues of what we saw in that era. Because if you keep saying that with the Eminems, he's the greatest rapper, he's a top MCs, and we're the ones that are giving him the pass.
Yeah, and that's what's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with this man for a significant amount of time now. You know what I'm saying? I did a burial service, a death doula service for his father over in Egypt. So we're really, really close. And Lord Jamar is one of the realest dudes that I've ever met. He's one of the most Afrocentric dudes that I've ever met. At the same time, he sees himself as a foundational Black American. He sees himself as indigenous, but he has respect for all cultures. So he's in no shape, form, or fashion racist or anything like that. He just keeps it real, 100% real, and he has knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what hip hop was built on. And
hold on. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something real quick. Me and Lord Jamar have one problem. We used to go back and forth on Facebook. My one problem is when he was on Vlad TV, give Vlad TV all that. Now, I despise that because I was like, yo, there's so many other Black platforms out here that you can help build and grow, and you can grow yours with. And we giving this little hat all this content and knowledge. He shouldn't have got none of that. And that when he started seeing it, I respected him.
Well, he was getting paid for that though.
Yeah, I tell you this, like there's a process, there's a growing process for everything, right? And sometimes you got to pay your dues. I'm gonna say this about Vlad. A lot of people talk crazy about Vlad, but I'm gonna say this about Vlad's beginnings. When I started, I started I had a TV show, it's called Ruga TV way back in the day. I used to be called Rennie Ruga. And Vlad was just a dirty ass white boy in the streets, following behind us with our cameras. We was running around with Wu-Tang, Staten Island, doing our thing, boom, boom, boom. Vlad didn't come up with a silver spoon neither. So I always tip my hat to him and what he did because I know what he did to get to where he was. Vlad grinded. He wasn't just a regular, plant. That's not how it started. Even though he might be now, I don't know. I actually sold all my tapes to Vlad. Okay, so I know him pretty well from back then. Over time, he has become this thing where he just exploits and takes from the culture a lot and exploits a lot of the negative parts of the culture that we don't like. And sometimes that happens when people, when you get notoriety, especially on the internet for a certain thing, you gotta have to stick to that niche, and you gotta stay in it. Lord Jamar, even though he might he'll get to a point where he'll say, okay, even though he's finding success in this area, he's still strong-minded enough to say, you know what, it's time for me to walk away from this because it's not, the end game is not getting to where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it happens that way. You don't see where it's going to go. You're just doing it. The internet was very new. We didn't have all of this 20 years ago. So we were trying to figure this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? But he made his transition and he exposed it. And that's really all you can do in that space, because you don't know what a guy is about until you work with him for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jamal.
Also,
nobody came out the womb with all the knowledge. We got to allow people to grow. You learn something and then you adjust your behavior accordingly. So I feel what you're saying, King. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad eventually he saw the light and made the right move. One thing I want to say, a question I got for Stack before I hop down off the panel. Again, salute for even having me up here on your platform, King. But I want to say this, as it just came back to me. Stack, earlier on, you had said that you stated that black people don't, use all these other ethnicities slurs or really take their culture because we got so much pride in our own. And I got to disagree on that point, because let me give you an analogy. If you really value your house, so you work, you grinded for 20 years, you finally got the crib of your dreams. If you value that house, that don't mean you throwing house parties every weekend and letting everybody just run up in there and do whatever they want to do. If you really value it, you would safeguard it. You would get that security system. You would have cameras. So I think the fact that we let other people adopt our culture so willingly, invite everybody to the cookout, that's a sign of not valuing our culture, not the other way around. And I'm going to land on that. You could respond. And hey, peace to all y'all. It's my first time coming across this channel. I'm glad you got a platform, man. Your shit is lit. So a shout out to you and what you're doing. But yeah, I subscribed. I liked. Probably be cash apping next week, and I'll be back. Salute to y'all.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, so let me just tell you this, bro. So I respect everybody's opinion, and the way I see things is through a different lens because of my different experiences in life. So I'm more spiritual, and I deal with more energy, and I deal with more like I process a lot of things differently than a lot of different people because of my experience in life. So I don't have the energy like the brother was saying something about I should be prejudiced, I should be this. When I evaluate myself and my life and my coping mechanisms, I don't have energy to be prejudiced, bro. I really don't. I don't have the energy to occupy that type of shit in my head because I'm dealing with prosperity in a way that if I connect with somebody and he happens to be of a different ethnicity and he looks different, I'm gonna go by that energy, man. If you're not on my frequency, then I'm not gonna deal with it because I go by energy. Now, is there some systemic things put in place to help people, be on top of others and keep the neck on the less fortunate? Yeah, that shit happens. But I would, spread love the way I spread love, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all about love. Love conquers all. At the end of the day, if you get unified and you have understanding of self, I do have so much understanding of myself, and I know my capabilities, and I know my weaknesses. I know my iniquity. I still got malice in my heart, bro. So I feel like I could commit murder still. That's why I don't put myself in certain situations, because I'm not gonna be impulsive with people and I'm just not gonna move all over the place like that. But some people got different perspective in how they approach life.
All right,
Can I answer that? Can I?
Hold on 1 second. We got 10 more minutes up here before I got to take my wife somewhere. So let's everybody
let me ask Stack this question, right? Because like you said, life experience. Okay. What would you say to a situation like this? Now, this is one of my experiences. Like, it was one of the few, of course, out here is Mexicans, right? But a dude grew up down the street from me, his mama, daddy, sisters, brothers, uncles, ate in his house, fell asleep on their couch, all that, right? When we went to ended up going to the pen, I ended up running into him, right? Now, I went to the pen at 20. I didn't know nothing about these racial politics that we talking about right now, right? So when I ran across him, I'm like, Gato, what's up? Bro, he had to turn his back on me because of what the politics was in jail out here, right? So, fast forward, we get out of jail, or I see him when I get out of jail. Now it's like, E, what's up? Okay, how is it, E, what's up, when I just experienced what your politics was when we was in jail, right? So how do How do you show me how you gotta be in jail? Then when we get out of jail, I'm supposed to look at you like those politics don't exist.
Yeah, you could pretty much tell how it's going to be by looking at jail. That's
Yo, but jail, prison in the streets is a different government. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
But
is,
that
bro,
thing is less
if you gotta
supervised.
turn your back, if we was brothers on the street, right? Then we get to jail, and in the riot, you gotta, turn your knife against me and people that look like me.
Right.
How am I supposed to expect that you don't feel that way once we leave there?
Yo,
Like,
see, that's the thing what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, the brothers in the prison.
All right. Hold up, 1 second. All right, let Heck go. Then we gonna let
I feel like.
Hold up, 1 second.
Go ahead.
Let Heck go. Heck, you got 2 minutes. Then my boy Cross the Plug got 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna give my boy the Hood Blocker his 2 minutes, and then we're gonna end it. So let's go.
All right, real quick, my bad. I just want to say something about that. I've been in 4 riots. I did 15 years. I grew up in Bed-Stuy, so I seen that racial conflict in prison. The dude that did that to you, he wasn't built like that. Because when I had my friends coming to my prison that I knew that they had problems coming in, I didn't let it happen. You understand me? It's a difference. I don't know what's going on over there, but over here in New York, that happens too. There's a lot of segregation with gangs, though, that happen to be black, Puerto Rican, whatever. But if your man come through, and let's say, for example, I'm an ex-king, he a blood, and I know he can't live in my prison. Listen, I ain't doing nothing to homie, because we both going. So it all depends on the situation. I don't know what that situation was with you and your man and everything, but
that's not south side of
I'm doing one at a time. Everybody go one at a time now. Let me finish so I can get somebody else up here.
Yeah, that's not over here. Okay, now the second point I wanted to make, the brother. Can you put the cameras up real quick? I want to see the faces real quick. The brothers I know, Lord Jamal. Peace to Lord Jamal, no doubt. How do you expect me, not you in general, but this is more of a question, okay, brother? They expect me to just take the 51% of African I got in me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. It's physically impossible. I let people know, like the other brother was kicking earlier, when I hear my Puerto Rican brothers or spewing all types of bullshit about Moreno, I check them right there. You don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all based on the individual, where they grew up at and how they grew up. That's just my thing. That a lot of people saying, oh, they took it from us. They took it from us. No, my DNA said that it was given to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just more of a question. How would I go about that? You know what I'm saying? It was given to me by blood.
Yeah, but you said you're black, so you should be offended. You know what I'm saying? More than anything else.
Yo, yeah, wait. I already spoke to King the other day when Joe made that statement. I told him, I said he wasn't right. This and that. I was, and I'm very adamant about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it ain't like I just want to understand when a lot of brothers, they come on here and they say, oh, they took this from us. No, I ain't take nothing. It was given to me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get that's somebody. We gonna bring somebody else up now. Hold up. We got my boy Cross the Plug. Got my brother. Let him get his.
First and foremost, I want to say salute to everybody. Salute to the people that's on the panel, the real men that came on here. And again, I know this is a situation that we don't like to talk about, but it's healthy to talk about it because it gets us all to understanding where we really coming from. On that note, I'm gonna say this: it's time for a new change. We don't need to bend nor waver. Again, nothing's wrong with taking ownership and pride in what you like. And again, we got to also look at ourselves as men, as black men. We got to start correcting it. So I want y'all to know, even from the Latinos, the Caribbeans, this ain't really about just y'all. This is about what we did and what we're trying to correct and saying, okay, yeah, we did this. We allowed these passes, but we saying, hey, man, as time get over, because our grandparents didn't like that word. And yeah, we did adopt it. But if we're telling y'all, man, that doesn't feel right, just respect that. Because again, that's why the title says what it says. And if we knew we were going to bring and provoke a lot of emotions. And that's the problem. It's the emotion. So if that's the same way you guys feel, where you don't want to get mixed with Latins Mexicans, because y'all say first thing y'all say is y'all Caribbean. Y'all make that proud. So we're just saying we're just standing on this, and we're gonna hold ourselves accountable and everybody else too. So that's all I gotta say on that.
All right, hold up. Let me bring up my boy SV Twiz real quick. Hold on, Twiz. Someone bring you up. Bring you up right now, bro.
Hey, Born. Hey, Born. I gotta go, bro. So salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a great day. Stay safe out there. Bring in y'all new year very safely, y'all.
Salute,
Salute.
Much love and respect. Born, I appreciate you, know what I'm saying, for pulling me and the other fellas up on the panel, man. Salute to the whole panel.
Salute.
Cross, Big A, Hector, everybody, Mac, Mizzle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we carry it.
Salute, you already know.
I just want people to know that at the end of the day, this is just how it started as a barbershop topic. It still is a barbershop topic. I don't want nobody to take this out of context and make it like it's a war between blacks and Latinos, because that's not what it's about.
Not
you know
at
what I
all.
mean? At the end of the day, when we step outside these doors in real lifetime, we're not looking at each other, you know, with hatred in our heart. But at the same time, we are in it's a real disgraceful part of what we're going through in this world right now, as far as shock value, as far as internet, as far as respect. Because at the end of the day, we got a lot of young boys from the black culture. They don't respect my generation, y'all generation, because I'm a little bit younger than y'all. I see it a lot where you be hearing young boys going on interviews and they disrespect our own legends. You know what I'm talking about? They don't even, like my generation, we at least always pay homage to those before us. So the homage, it's getting pushed out the way from a lot of people. So these conversations are definitely real important, man. So I just want, you know, people to not use this as a form of a disconnect. We just laying out facts on whatever side feel like they got facts. That's what it's about. We're just talking about it, coming to the table. And, you know, for those of y'all that was coming up disrespectful, that's definitely not tolerated. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got. Salute to the panel.
All right. My brother Gangu Roach up here. He just popped there for a second. He know Fat Joe. He know Big Pun. He got Fat Joe. He got Big Pun wife all that money back. So that's what Gangu I said about the situation.
Hey, King of NJ, man, how you doing?
I'm more wise and civilized, man. I'm great. How you?
How's everyone in the chat? Everybody good?
We're good. We're good.
We're good. Salute.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is. I can't say this is a long time coming at the same time, because honestly, you know, he's managed by Rock. Joe's managed by Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? So he's, you know, his management right now is just telling them to lay low till the blow's over. So I mean, honestly, the war hasn't even started. You know what I'm saying? If people are trying to get him out of here, you know, Rock Nation's just telling him to lay low, month and a half, however long it takes till YouTube internet starts dying down, and then he's gonna pop back up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, what's the second stage to that when he does pop up?
We grind his ass up again.
Well, I'm just saying, I think y'all should criticize Rock Nation and lean on them. You know,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For them being responsible for harboring Fat Joe. So let me just backtrack right quick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody or a lot of people know that, you know, I took Joe to court over a 2-year battle, 2014 to 2016. I brought Jellybean Benitez, Joe's publisher, to the court case. Basically, you know, Joe was on the radio, DJ Envy, all these radio stations saying, bitch, get a job. I gave you $750,000, then I gave you another $250,000. I gave you $1 million, bitch, get a job. The whole hip hop society bought it. You know what I'm saying? They were DMing her, bitch, get a job. Joe gave you $1 million. Joe gave you money for a beauty salon. Joe did this, Joe did that. He never did none of that, not once. You know what I'm saying? These hip hop guys, his affiliates bought it. You know what I'm saying? They bought into him due to the fact of friendship, of emotion. You know what I'm saying? These guys can't turn around and be like, yo, Joe, like, you know, nobody stood up for Pun. All these guys, most of these guys, a lot of these guys were cooler with Pun than they were with Joe. You know what I'm saying? Pun was the god of the business. Pun was one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? The rappers looked up to Pun. You know what I'm saying? And they just kicked him to the side as soon as he passed away. You know what I'm saying? No one speaks on him. You know what I'm saying? No one.
Cuba Link does.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying there's very few. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Cuban Links, who's a client of mine. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's nobody. I know Ja Rule was cool with him. Just I mean, a whole bunch of people that they won't even acknowledge the estate. They won't work with the son. No nothing. And these guys. I mean, I had Joe admit in court. You know, obviously. Put it this way, if he gave her $1 million, he never used that as in his court draft as a defense. You know what I'm saying? It never said in the court draft, I gave her $1 million. This case is frivolous. He was trying to use it as a statute of limitations. Let me get this thrown out from a statute of limitations, which it didn't work. I had him admit in mediation, he admitted that he never gave her $1 in his life.
Wow.
Mind you, when Pun died, 2000, cats turned around like, no, he owed me money. But what does the estate know? They started lying to the estate as soon as he passed away. Oh no, he owed me money. Then they started sending her fake royalty statements. See, he owes me 400,000. See, he owes me 500,000. And they gave her fake royalty statements from 2000, from the time of his death, all the way up to 2014 when I popped up. For 14 years they lied to her. And left her destitute and put her in the homeless shelter when she was recouped the whole time. I had to go get an auditor. I found $2.3 million in discovery, and I didn't even get all the discovery. It could be $3 million. You see what I'm saying? Like I got 2.3 in discovery. Mind you, I met her in the homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? And I proved Londell McMillan. Londell McMillan was Pun's family lawyer. He reached out to the Pun family, like, oh, I see you're not getting no money. Let me help you out. No one was able to exercise or see what I saw. She ran through 4 or 5 lawyers from 2000 to 2010, 11, whenever I popped up. You know what I'm saying? All them, John Jekulek, all these lawyers told her and told me to give it up. There's nothing here. Some of these lawyers don't talk to me anymore because I proved them wrong. You know what I'm saying? But even though for 14 years or so, 16 years, when all these people were saying, oh, you know, get a job, bitch, and this and that, when I got the victory in court, nobody congratulated her. Nobody said, we're sorry, Liza. Nobody threw her no bread. You know what I'm saying? For her being in the homeless shelter. That's how this rap game is, bro. You can't trust nobody. Your best friend will die in this rap game. He won't pay for your casket. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm so deep in this game, bro, that I don't believe in nobody in this business. I've seen it all. Half these rappers call me up and borrow money. I just lent somebody $3,000 last week, another $250 last week, but you'll see them on Instagram fronting like it's all good. I hate these niggas, all of them. Every single one of them. All of them. I hate all these niggas.
They all playing.
All of them. I hate all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? All of them.
Yo, all right. So, let me go ahead. Say what you gonna finish. What you gonna say? So I can get your boy Jamal.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, my lawyer. Oh, Lord Jamal's he's my client. We about to rock out and do something real soon. I gotta call him after this. Matter of fact. Anyway, so him and Pooba. So anyway, my lawyer was with Kamala Harris yesterday. I could show you a picture. She was at the VP's house yesterday doing a Christmas party. All right. So when she sent me the picture at Kamala Harris's house yesterday, I said, hey, did you tell Kamala? You know, because, you know, Joe's trying to be cool with Kamala and, you know, trying to be, you know, in the mix with her. My lawyer recruited Kamala Harris to the Howard debate team in the 80s. My lawyer's known Kamala for almost 40 years. So, I mean, I asked my lawyer, like, yo, did you tell Kamala about what Joe did to Liza? Since Joe knows Kamala? My lawyer's like, I'll be telling her today. I'm shutting all that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, I have no faith. I have no faith for a lot of these people, but I mean, it's a long time coming for him to be exposed, man. He said a lot of stuff for mad years. I still think he's a legend in the business and stuff like that. He's great with picking music and stuff like that. I'm not going to deny the musical side of him. I mean, obviously he found Pun and was able to extend his career. It's very hard for you to do this type of stuff. This is like a 1%, you know, type thing in the industry. So I congratulate him on that. Now, you know, his personality, you know, I definitely, you know, I mean, I still feel sore that he left the family in the homeless shelter, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and I feel bad for, I'm disgusted with anybody that's adjacent that knows that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm lost with words, bro.
All right. Yo, we got my boy. Now we got one more person we got to bring up. before we end this. My wife's about ready.
Can I just double down on what he said real quick?
I got you. I got you, bro. I'm bringing you up. That's what I'm bringing up, bro.
I just want to say, what he's saying, everything that he's saying about, and her name is Liza Rios. I interviewed her like 20 years ago when I was first starting in the hip hop industry, and it was right after Pun had died. And Chris Rios was there. He was young at the time. He was thinking about going into rap, stuff like that, and doing his thing. Now, and he's just as nice as Pun, in my opinion, right now. I just remember, and at the same time, he was saying he gave her $1 million. This girl we had to pick her up. We had to give her a ride to the interview that we were doing.
Wow.
That's how everything that this man is saying is the absolute truth. He has never done anything for Liza Rios. All she had was a box full of Big Pun t-shirts, and she gave all of us one. Okay, that's all she had to her name.
Did she tell you about them robbing her house and taking all the Pun shit?
Yes.
They robbed her. Terror Squad niggas robbed their house too.
Bro,
how about that?
Bro, they
took all the Pun shit.
He's been silencing her, trying to silence her for so many years. This whole 20 years of going out of your way to make sure this woman is discredited and that she's seen as just like an idiot or just a bum on the street. No, this woman just what did her just do for what she put into her husband, what she should get. That's what he was working for. He was working for family at the end of the day. So if he shouldn't be running off with all of that. But at the time, the energy was different. Terror Squad is popping off. Annie Up is crazy. Remy Ma's out here doing a thing. It's like you can't say nothing when these people are at their prime.
He had all the resources.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't really do much. You're a regular, and then they're the guys. You know what I'm saying? So just understand, family. This is a long time coming. This ain't nothing new. This ain't just out of the blue. Nobody's hating. This is what Joe has been doing systematically for a long, long time.
Can I add one more thing? Can I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
So, mind you, if you remember, Remy Ma was Pun's artist, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Sunshine. So back in like 2001, after Pun died, they ran down on Liza and offered her $75,000 and a percentage override to transfer Remy Ma and Tony Sunshine over to Fat Joe and Macho. All right, I got the contract. All right, they knew she needed the money. They jammed her up. They stole her money, didn't give her no money. Then they offered her a contract for $75,000 to take the artist from her. Mind you, she had Remy. She was talking to labels herself to try to get a deal for whatever Pun left. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, Remy gets a deal through Joe, right? And there was an obligation for a percentage override. So when Remy got her advance, she couldn't find Liza. She gave Joe $30,000 to give to Liza. Like, yo, here's part of my advance for Liza, the percentage override contractually. Joe kept that money, never gave it to Liza. Remy called Liza up like, "Hey, you get that money?"
Most definitely.
Remy called her up like, "Yo, you get that money?" Liza was like, "I never got it. You might as well, you gave it to Joe. You might as well just thrown it in the sewer."
Yeah. All right, y'all. We got my boy. He popped up here. I'm gonna let him speak before I get off. Yo, we got 5/5. Y'all go check out his channel too. 5/5, man. Let's do.
I appreciate you, my brother. So I want to start off saying that I am Puerto Rican. All right. Fat Joe don't talk for all us Puerto Ricans, let alone all Latinos, because I can tell you there's a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans that don't even know who the fuck that guy is. So it's impossible for him to talk for all of us. All right, that's one. Two, when he first dropped, Latinos only gravitated to him because he was Latino. But the reason why we embraced him is like the other brother said, because of Pun. We fucked with Pun a lot harder than we fucked with Joe. And we understood that without Joe, there is no Pun. So we understood that was a package deal. So now, not all Latinos feel like he does. So don't take that to the heart. He can't speak for an entire nation. Nobody can speak for an entire nation. And now to go towards your title, because like I said, when I'm outside, I'm Puerto Rican. Now, one black person gives me no type of animosity. Because when George Floyd died, let him rest in peace, I recall everybody calling black men kings. We forgot about that. That didn't happen. It didn't happen. You get what I'm saying? But don't never let the words of one person deter you, especially when we don't know that guy. Because like he said, he signed the Rock Nation. None of his contemporaries are talking about it. None of the people he made music with Mac 10, with Nas, with Cam. He made music with all these other artists. Why ain't nobody bringing him up? Like somebody should have been like, yo, bro, what the fuck is you talking? Well, we all was coming up together. We was making music together.
But I got it. The next show tomorrow, you know, we're gonna touch the topic of these artists that's not saying them. But today, I'm gonna appreciate everybody. I'm saying from tomorrow, everybody that came on this platform. Yo, Jamal Milton, you always welcome to come up here, brother. You know, Gongo, you my boy, you welcome, man. Yo, heck, y'all niggas hit my DM on Instagram so we can exchange information and we can politic like this more. You dig what I'm
Get
saying?
on that like button. Definitely hit that
like and
button.
subscribe. Everybody subscribe to King NJ.
Yo, salute to y'all brothers. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, this is a movement, not a moment. This is the King of New Jersey. This is Btbtv, where we bully the bullies. And like I said, nigga, we ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. Btbtv that started his own game. Like, nigga, what?
And I do want Big E on my channel later, bro.
All right. I love
respect,
them.
much love.
All right, salute.
Salute, everybody.
Peace.
Yo, peace.